this is currently the status of my desk. It's looking very tragic. We have these little guys that are hanging up here. I don't have a hanger for them, so they're just there. We got a lot of bead stuff. We got markers, we got glue, and then we got pins. And we got sketchbook, water, and a lot of clay stuff here. I got my little buns and my beads here that are dried and cured, and then this little bowl I've been using to separate some beads, but a bead isn't there right now. Today I have to make a lot of these, so that's what we're going to be doing. And at the same time, we're also going to try and drink my hot chocolate, which is messy right now. So here are my beads right here. We have some alcohol in here. Lots of things going on. Ow, I just hit my elbow. We have lots of things going on here, and my desk is pretty messy, so kind of have to live with it like this for maybe another week or so, and then I can get everything cleaned up. But so far this has been the state of my desk for about maybe 2 weeks already. But yeah, that's about it. Let's continue. This is good. Okay, here is what's happening. We have these little guys who are done curing, so we gotta put them away. And these guys are cured with some glossy glaze varnish, not UV resin. I decided to go with this just because it's not toxic and it's a lot easier for me to work indoors with this. But I am gonna switch up to UV resin for the next terms, and we'll see how that goes. And I plan on working outside for that. I can't take that one out. Yeah, hopefully these work well. Hopefully they're strong enough to withhold.
What's that?
Okay.
What's that?
Those are the clay charms. Yeah, clay charms. So we're gonna put these ones away. We're putting all the dried ones away. So I got space to work with. Hopefully these are dry at the bottom. These are. I think they are. Yeah, this one has a little bit too much glaze on the bottom, so I might. I think I'm gonna keep this one. Put it to the side. And these will be the $5 charms right here. So we're gonna have those. Oh, and then one of them broke off. This one broke. Little ears, so we gotta remove this and then we gotta fix it up. Usually I will watch a YouTube video as I'm working on stuff, so today we're just gonna chat with these little dudes, and I'm gonna be sketching as well, so that's
No, what's like that? It's like that. It was today, and then it's good.
Why don't you guys go get your crayons and paper? Today I had a few visitors in the studio. I felt so bad for ignoring them when they kept asking to help me, but I was talking to you guys, so I just didn't hear them very clearly. They are very quiet sometimes, so I can barely hear what they're saying, and as I was talking to you guys, my voice overlapped their voice, so I just didn't know what they were saying. But later on, while I was looking at this video, I realized that they were asking if they could help me with some bead selection. I think that was their idea when I was taking apart the beads from the hooks, because last week they had helped me out with separating the beads and choosing the beads for the keychains, and they had also made their own keychains as well. But yeah, they weren't allowed to touch anything today just because their hands were not sanitized, and I just didn't have the space for them to be around at my desk. And also I had the camera on. That was another thing. I don't want them to be on camera either. But they were able to hang out in their area, and I had gotten them some crayons and some paper, so they were there just drawing next to me. Normally, I would start my morning off right away with a morning sketch, but today I didn't do that. I sort of waited a bit for me to do that. I had lots of things to do early in the morning, so I went and did those things. And then later on, I came back to my desk. I undid the hooks from the charms, and then I went straight into sketching while I drank some hot chocolate, which was really delicious. Integrating sketching as part of my morning routine has been really helpful for me, especially because I would often neglect sketching as being an artist. I would only occasionally sketch maybe once or twice a week, and even then, sometimes I would go like months without sketching. And I found that what it did is that it really made me fall behind from my peers just because I saw that their level of drawing abilities was much greater than mine, and it was mainly because they would sketch every single day, and they would doodle all the time. So I found that having to require myself to sketch every single day was definitely a must, and integrating it into my routine and a part of a daily habit was something that was very much necessary for me, because I would often fall out of the habit of sketching or fall out of the habit of making art, and then I would just go weeks or like months without doing any sort of art or creative activities, which is definitely not good if you're an artist. So for me, having sketching as part of my routine is just very helpful, and I've learned quite a lot throughout this year just because it's still something that is very new to me. Um, but yeah, I've seen a lot of improvement throughout my journey as an artist. I think the biggest thing is probably that I sketch way faster and I draw much faster when I'm animating as well. This year, I've been painting a lot of little animals and critters and also sketching a lot of animals. I've also done quite a bit of food illustration, and I sort of fell off of painting portraits and sketching people as well. And it's something that I definitely want to get back into because I also want to do some live portrait paintings when I do markets. So that's another reason why I want to get back into it. It's something that I first started off with when I was early in my art days. This year I did go to Portland at the waterfront in the springtime to do some live portrait paintings, which is really fun and I really enjoyed that. So I'm thinking about doing that again before fall rolls in. And again, I'll be doing some mini live portrait drawings and sketches at market soon. So that's going to be really fun. And that's mainly what I'm doing here. I'm just practicing drawing people and making sure that I get the anatomy correct and making sure that I don't, misproportion things. Um, yeah. I was planning on, creating a map before starting the line art, but then I realized that that just takes much longer, and I really just need to focus more on just really seeing things and making sure that everything lines up, facial structure wise. And yeah, I have yet to have an art style for the face. I used to have one, but after I stopped drawing faces, and I no longer had an art style for when I'm drawing people now. So I'm just figuring that out again of what it was like to sketch people. So yeah, we gotta start back up again. if you guys don't know yet, I do have quite a bit of sketchbooks and I like to work in multiple different sketchbooks throughout the year. This is specifically my face sketchbook where I practice drawing faces, and I've had this sketchbook for quite a long time. Ever since I was in college, I probably had it. I have finished another one of these before, so this is the second one that I finished. And I was planning on doing a video, but then later on I realized I don't want to share this sketchbook with anybody out on the internet, so I'm gonna keep this sketchbook just to all myself. And I'm gonna start up a new one, but I want to switch out the type of sketchbook I'm working in, but keep it a face sketchbook. Um, I did, however, finish a different sketchbook that I will be showing you guys. So next week's video, I will be sharing with you guys that finished sketchbook. And it's a toned sketchbook by Hanamulu, and it's one of my favorite sketchbooks so far of the year. And I'm thinking about getting another one. I'm not quite sure yet. We will see how the year goes, and then we'll see about getting a few different sketchbooks going. But yeah, so this would be, I think, my third sketchbook of the year completing, which is the most I've ever completed in a year. So yay me. And that is it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed today's content, and you guys can see more of me on my social medias, which I will link down below, and I'll see you when I see you.